Yes, on Unpacking this morning, we have Mido. I always try, nowadays, I'm training my vocal cords, very soon expect a song from Lelo for short, right? But yeah, that was Camidoh featuring Stonebwoy, Brown Skin Girl. We have the man in the building. Camidoh is here. Let's have a conversation with him. Where has he been? What has he been up to? Are you updated? If not, this is the conversation to stay on to, coming to you live on Free Music TV and Plus 89.9 FM. My name is Lenny Lamote. Let's run the conversation. Hi, Mido.
Yeah. I like that building. Sounds dope.
In the building.
Yeah, in the building. I like it.
If you put in a song, well, it's not coming from me, but just
I'll
run
try.
me.
People are asking me to do a rap song, so maybe the
next. Are you going to look at that?
Yeah.
Why do you think they're asking you for that?
I don't know, because people know I used to rap before.
Okay.
Like when I was in high school, when I started music, I was like rapping. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. And then it became singing.
I found a safe space in singing. I prefer singing because singing is like something I can really get away with, like quick. I can really like do a singing song in like no time. But rapping is more so like you have to take your time and put the bars together and see if it makes sense, play to your friends. Do you know what I'm saying? So rap, there's like a lot of work, and I like my safe space, but I'm trying to like get away from like the safe.
That.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
In getting away from the safe space, what are your plans? What are you going to be doing?
More music, more music, but also talking about stuff that like I don't usually talk about. Like I wanna next year I wanna make music that like for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks now I haven't been into the studio.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? So like I'm just like allowing myself like following period.
So when you come, you come hard.
So that when I come, I can really like just talk about things that, I've dealt with a lot this year.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like this year has been really like very tough, on me. And I've been really tough on myself. So I want to just put everything into music.
Well, we'll talk about, all that this year has given you or even taken away from you later on. But let's talk about the music, right?
Yeah.
This year, you've had Adole, there's been Brown Skin Girl as well, right? How would you say these songs are doing? You also released a mixtape, you have an EP, all in the same year that has been tough for you, right?
Yeah.
There's the good, there's the bad. But now, let's talk about all the good.
I think I kickstarted the year with the EP, which is like a lifetime is not enough. I remember I came here. I came here. We spoke about it, and not so long after I followed up with the mixtape.
The mixtape,
which is Lighter. Lighter was meant to come a long time ago, but it's like we literally been stalling and had some little glitches here and there.
Which is fine.
Yeah. So, like, it wasn't long after the Lifetime is Not Enough, the EP, we had to, like, put out Lighter with regards to, like, contractual, all of that. Yeah. So I had to just, like, finish that and let it out. So, for me, I'm happy. Adole did well on A Lifetime is Not Enough. There was Adole there was Free Me, there was the one with Sinner Soul. There was just, like, beautiful music on that. I didn't really like dive into all of the songs as I planned to do,
right?
But when Lighter came with Sugar Cane, Slow, Kaba, all them jams, like it came with all of them.
Yeah, there was Kaba as well. Yeah, that I remember so well. But still on the music, we heard and saw the BET nomination, Best International Act. How did that make you feel, and were you expecting it?
Yeah, to be honest, it wasn't something I was really like expecting. I just knew something was going to happen, because I was really like working very hard and I was really like putting a lot of pressure on myself and the team. So that kind of like came as like a reward.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like out of the blues. And I was actually like not in a good mood when I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it like, sorry, but I was I was at home and I was having like, some issues like that, like argument stuff. So it got to me because I'm like pretty like emotional. It got to me and I was just there and I was thinking. So I just went on Twitter and someone was like, congratulations on your nomination. I'm like, what's up? And another person said, I think it was, I've forgotten his name. One of the, renowned bloggers and like media practitioners. Like, so he tweeted that and I was like, okay, if this guy says that, then it's not
legit.
Yeah, it's pretty like legit. So I sent it to Hova. I was like, head of like operations at like our label. I was like, yo, can you look into this? And then he came back with like the official, like the website, the screenshot from the website, and I was like, okay, So it was fun. Like I think I was excited. I ran to everybody because, I was just like, this is crazy. I was trying to just tell everybody. I was like, I've been in it. I was really happy. I was really, really happy. I remember like sending to my pastor, saying to my mom, saying to everybody. I was like,
exciting.
it was crazy.
Because it's international. I think that also for the song Sugarcane and the Sugarcane remix, it did amazing for you and for your brand. So it's only right. I can understand when you say that you put in a lot of work to get that nomination. So again, this is just to say congratulations on your nomination.
Thank you
The recognition is good enough,
massive.
right?
That's massive.
Yeah.
I remember like when we had the main event, when I went for the main event, like it really took a lot for us to get there because like we had to like boycott some show in was it Gambia or Zambia? Yes, actually Zambia. I had to like boycott because like money was paid, had to do a refund, raise.
Because you chose your BT.
Do you understand?
You for there.
We had to be there, I remember like, we're all excited, like very excited. And when we got there, we had to make sure that I was like, everything that I can do, I want to do.
Yeah.
I had like just 3 days or like 2 days, the main event and then 1 extra day and then a flight to Portugal.
Right.
So I said everything that we could do. So like, I remember in 1 day I had to do like the experience. I said they wanted me to perform. I said, let's do it. I did that. Like there was another event like that, all these like little activations. I did them all. I did everything.
That's nice.
And I remember when we were at the airport, like on transit, flying to Portugal. And my manager was just checking. She was checking the publications that came out of like the BET, and it's like first one Camidoh, next one Camidoh, best dressed Camidoh. It's like it was all of us like back to back.
That's
I'm like,
really
okay, spending all this money is like it's worth it.
It's worth it, right? it brings back that joy and all of that. Did you meet some people, on that trip that you want to tell us about, in relation to work?
Yeah, I think I met a couple of people like me and Boozy on the red carpet, which is like he was really fun. He was really friendly because I'm pretty like shy like that. So sometimes I wouldn't really want to like get into people's spaces like that, like force them into like so I'll just be in my corner and like Boozy's like, bro, what you wearing like that? Like, because I was wearing like some fake type of like jacket over what I was wearing, and I think it like attracted a lot of people. So Boozy came up to me, it's like, I'm from Ghana, blah, blah, blah. It's like, Ghana streams my music the most, streams my music the most. And we had a good time. I met some company, I think, not too sure, but from South Africa.
Okay.
I met KO, because he's South African. I met Harmonize from Tanzania. Like, I met a couple of artists that, but one thing I didn't do was like force conversations. Like, I didn't want to like force no conversation, but I realized that.
Would you think that it would be forcing conversations or it will be networking? What would it be for you?
More so, it would be networking. My manager did a lot of work. Like, I think I networked, like I connected with Libianca, who won. That's where, like, we have a record together now, and it was on the BET platform that we connected, because I was a fan of her music before the BET, obviously, but when we got there, like, we connected more and started like chatting after the BET, and we linked up and made some music. And I think
is the music out?
It's not out.
It's not out. No, because I haven't heard any Libianca Camidoh or Camidoh Libianca.
It's so hot. Like, it's so hot.
When is that coming?
It's so hot. I don't even know, man.
Have you said this to anybody?
I don't think I've mentioned. I think I mentioned on a show that I went last week or something.
Okay, so Camidoh, Libianca, coming really soon. Is it coming before the year closes? No.
I want to just like start the year with it. I want to do like next year with it, but like.
Is it yours? Is it his?
It's my record. Okay. Yeah, it's my record, but more so it's our record because it's a collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we're family now. Like, we're family. We talk all the time. Like, me and Metro and the whole team. And why I'm saying I don't want to force, I didn't want to force conversation is also because, sometimes you really want to like talk to certain people, you talk to them and you take their numbers, and then after that you text them and they don't reply.
No, but
because it's also not organic.
I feel like sometimes you just do the groundwork when it's necessary. You can never preempt, someone's reactions and all of that.
I remember I said it on this show before that I always like. It got to a point where I made up my mind that I always want to connect with people that want to connect with me.
Right, I
Do you
get
know what I'm
that.
saying?
I
So
understand that as well.
I'm reserved like that. Like I'm pretty reserved like that. I wouldn't force it because I know I'm a catch. Like you know what I'm saying. Like so I wouldn't
okay.
really like want to do too much.
I
Like,
get that.
Yeah,
I get that
really wanna
totally.
do
You
too
mentioned going to Portugal, you know, from
Afro
the
Nation.
BET. Yes, you performed at Afro Nation.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want us to talk about.
Let's
so
go.
I hope that he's able to deep dive
I tell you
into
everything, man.
Yes,
I tell you, I'm not keeping anything.
I want all of it. I want all of it. You know, how the, you know, booking happened, the performance, you know, reception, how you felt after the performance.
Yeah, as for the booking, it comes like 8 months or like 9 months prior to. Yeah, as for the booking, it comes a long time. You know, preparation, I'll say it was tough because I went to the BETs and everything my manager had brought with a stylist from London didn't work out. So we had to get like new stuff. So it's like going back with loads, you know, that you didn't really need. And getting to like Afro Nation and just like getting to Portugal and picking some stuff. I remember we landed in the night and we had to like travel with a car because like there were no flights, connecting flights. Yes, it was really like last minute, you know, just putting everything together because of the BET. Really like just distorted all the schedule and everything. And we landed in the night. Then we couldn't like get like a proper, like we go on Uber. And me and my manager were saying an Uber, and the Uber driver was scared too, because like we couldn't speak his language.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? So next minute he would turn his back like, okay, everything okay? You know what I'm saying? And we drove like 2 hours or 3 hours to Algarve, where like the festival was happening. Got to the hotel. I was excited. I was like grateful. Got some food. Next morning, we went to the venue, got like the tags and stuff like that. Got to the venue, was really like pretty because I'd performed in Portugal before, you know. So when I got there, it wasn't so new to me.
But the reception during your performance, did it beat your expectations?
Nope, it didn't beat it because more so, I think I didn't get to perform on the day I was meant to perform. Because we had a little technical issue. You know, like the sun was so hot. The system shut down for like a few minutes. Shut down for like a few minutes. And so basically I had to like, my time was lost.
Short,
do you know what I'm saying? So, and there was no point in coming to do like just 1 minute or something like that. So like they put me on it the next day.
Right.
And obviously increase the budget, you know. So I was happy so long as like the money was like increasing in the account. I was cool with it. And Afro Nation did well. Like they sorted it out.
Nice.
Yeah, so the next day we came, you know, everyone was on grounds, came to do the rehearsal, sound check, and then boom, we did the performance. Like more so, it's like it's a new crowd. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's a new crowd. So I just wanted to perform and introduce myself. Mainly about introducing myself to
That's
that
what's
crowd.
important, right? Because then the impact that you make on them is what's going to lead them to
100%,
even search you out and all of that.
100%.
Yeah. Talking about new crowds, I heard you in a conversation a couple of weeks ago in an interview where you said that you have a collaboration with Snoop Dogg, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then now you've mentioned Libianca.
Yeah.
First, tell me how the collaboration with Snoop Dogg happened, when we are going to get the song, and then we get into, you know, which other international personalities that you're going to put on any song.
With the Snoop Dogg situation, like I wasn't even meant to mention. I think I don't even know how I mentioned that, but
maybe the excitement.
I guess so, but I wasn't so sure it was me. It was like how you just heard. Do you know what I mean? And then the question was like, yeah, I've done something like that. Oh, I guess they were asking me people I've worked with, and I said, excitement, maybe, probably. But basically, like it's more of an A&R plugin. You know, like sometimes A&Rs will like get records from like different artists and be looking for the right artist to like do maybe a verse or a chorus on it. So it's more of that situation where like it was sent to our label, and I liked the record. You know, it was. I think it's a Big Nasty record featuring me and Snoop Dogg before it came to me. Do you know what I mean? And all I had to do was just like spice it up, you know. And I loved it. So I jumped in a session, did it, and they loved it. So I flew to like London in like 4 days after, and shot the video and did all of that. So it's more of their record, like their thing to talk about, like when it's gonna come out and all of that. But I'm so sure it's coming out like early next year, you know, by the grace of God.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Because I know everyone is like looking forward to that.
That'll be nice.
Myself, I'm looking forward to it.
So for next year, God willing, we can say confidently that we should be expecting a Camidoh Libianca and Camidoh Snoop Dogg
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Camidoh XXX. The XXX. I want you to tell us which other international.
I'm actually going to talk about the situation in the video shoot for me and Snoop and Big Nasty. Like, both of them are heavy on smoke.
You guys have done videos.
Did a video.
Okay,
Both of them are like heavy on smoke. So I'm like, okay, the new kid. I get in the building, it's like, ooh, like it looks like when you're shooting the music video and like the smoke machine is like, okay, so which one is the smoke machine and which one is the real smoke? But I really did enjoy it because like there's a lot of like booties, a lot of like all these models like doing stuff. I've not seen any set like that before.
Okay, I'm going to pass on you saying a lot of booties. We'll pass on that.
For the kids.
Yeah,
Sorry.
We'll pass on that. Let me just pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
and just
like,
again
more
ask
of my
about
models like doing their thing, and it was a beautiful scene. Like, and they were very like welcoming because more so like these are like mega superstars. So when you get in a room like that, if you don't take care yourself, like you be shaking.
Yeah,
it's like
true.
Like
You'll
you've seen
shrink.
all of these people and all that. So, but it was like a very beautiful environment. So shout out to Big Nasty's team and my team for like making that work.
We're looking forward to
the new XXX that you're talking about. I've been doing a few collaborations, but I wouldn't want to like mention. But like I think I mentioned Libianca, and it's heavy enough for us like to ride with, for the rest of like of the year. But basically like my aim is to like make real music, like talk about stuff that I've dealt with this year. So I'm just taking my time and really like I haven't done most of the records. I think I've done some, but not most of them.
Yeah.
And I guess I know what I want to put out first.
Well, let's see how it goes. In wheeling back to performances, right?
Yeah.
You performed at Trace Awards.
Trace Awards in Kigali.
In Kigali, yes, exactly. Let's also just touch on that because I think that in as much as the year has been topsy turvy, you've had a good one as well. So how was that?
Blessed one. Trace Awards. I remember it was a beautiful experience. Like the whole setup was really like crazy, beautiful. Came for the sound check. I think I had a situation the first time like I was meant to fly there. Like I had a little situation and then I couldn't really like get there that day. I think that was when like I had my first accident, like on the way to the airport. That's when I had like the first accident and
you still went ahead with it?
So basically I couldn't fly that day.
Okay.
I missed the flight and because it was like pretty traumatic. That's the word, traumatic. It was traumatic. And so it kind of like I didn't even think I was going to make it. But for some reason, like we made it. Like the next day, I jumped on the flight, got there, so I missed like the first rehearsal. But I went there the second rehearsal, and I played with composers, like squad that I've played with like 3-4 times. So they kind of like were cool with the way that they were in sync with like the way that I write and all of that. So it was pretty easy to just do rehearsals. And I did Adole. I was so happy I did Adole and I did Sugarcane.
Okay.
I think when it came out, when people watched, they were complaining that it wasn't a live band performance. But these days we sync the stems of the original song into like into the live performance, the live band. So it kind of like sounds like the original song. So most people would not be able to tell
that is live band.
Like that is live band, but it was live band.
I get that.
I had a good time on stage.
You did mention having your first accident. And then you've also said that you've had a tough year, right?
Yeah.
So that was the first. I'm told, or I've heard that you had 2 accidents this year. How have you, gotten over that? Because I can understand, the trauma, and then also, the mental struggle to, get over that.
Yeah.
And then also, how are you getting over that? Are you getting therapy? How are you making sure it's not fully affecting you mentally and then musically?
To be honest, like if I'm gonna be honest, like I think I began the year like dealing with saying things like mentally, or psychological, whatever it is. Like, but it's like at some point things get to you as like as an individual who's been on the road, like hustling and all of that. At some point, just everything just gets to you. Like mostly it's like in the middle of the night when like you're unable to sleep because I guess like for creatives, like sometimes in the middle of the night you have all this insomnia and stuff. So it's like in the middle of the night. You start like reasoning everything and unable to sleep. Lack of sleep also like affects like your mental like state like that. So I think I started battling stuff like that from the beginning of the year, and then I was almost like recovering. I was almost like 100. And then when the first accident happened, that was scary, very scary. And then the second was like exactly 18 days after the first one.
Oh,
you know?
That's 2 back to back.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and so now it gets to a point where it's like, okay, is this spiritual or is this just physical? It's just like,
I mean,
you know
with that said, have you gotten spiritual help or have you quote unquote made inquiry?
I mean, like,
whether it's spiritual.
My pastors, like, you know, are praying. Your mom is praying, and the only thing that is really like comforting me in that, like in a state like this, is knowing that I actually do not have beef with nobody. Like I actually don't have bad intentions for nobody. Right. But that's not just to say that people cannot just like envy and be jealous and try to like shut you down spiritually or whatever it is. You know, we believe in stuff like this. I believe in it.
This is Africa.
So you know, it got to a point where it's like, you know, because like I'm very like this, like I'm laid back, I'm just like chill like that. So when stuff like that happened, like, especially after the second one, then I started to feel like, oh my God, why would somebody try to do that to me? And you know, so it starts to like affect me mentally.
But also it could, the possibility of it just being
do you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that as human, like as
your mind will go
exactly, like your mind will just take you to like all other angles. So this is what really led to like me feeling like that and starting to like take therapy serious, because then before it was just like a one-time thing that I'll go once in like 2 weeks or you know, I'll just skip and stuff like that. But now I can't skip because I really need to like be 100, especially like when I want 2024 to be like
better,
you know, and I'm gonna be like 30 in 2024. So I'm trying to like make all of that, like trying to make it like my special year and all of that.
I get you on that. Well, I'm happy that you're taking therapy seriously, right? Because then it's going to positively, you know, improve your mental, you know, music, which will impact, you know, the rest of the world one way or the other. So that's a nice thing to see. And I like that you've teased, you know, all of the songs and all of the features that you've teased so far for 2024. Fingers crossed. We are looking forward to the conscious music that you've promised to release in 2024. So let's see how that goes. Fingers crossed for the boy Camidoh. Let's see how
the top boy.
The top boy Camidoh. Top. I missed on that. But fingers crossed and best of luck in the coming year. You're welcome. So we're wrapping up on Unpacking, and it's been a conversation with Camidoh. If you miss it from the start, it's going to be on our YouTube 3 Music Networks, so you can catch it on there later on today. My name is Lenny Lomuto, your international TV and radio presenter living in Ghana. At the moment, we have Serial on Sports Direct right after me, and then after him comes Isilfwa with Trending Live. Let's check out what is trending on Instagram today. After that, we have a very, very big conversation. You want to know what we are talking about today? Okay, we are going to be talking about sexual and gender-based violence. So yeah, that's something that we need to delve into. So let's just you know, stick and stay with us till 10 a.m. and you'll definitely enjoy Culture Daily, coming to you on 3 Music TV plus 89.9 FM and Sky channel 181, channel 7 as well on Sky 181. Bye bye.